Hey there. You like new podcasts? I mean, look at you, checking out Movies R Us. You have no idea what's going on. Want to try something else new and hot off the presses? Check out The Uncensored Pharmacist, where Rachel and Miranda talk about the medical industry from the inside. One of them used to be a pharmacist. One of them is currently a pharmacist. And they are here to help guide you through the pharmacy and everything else that the industry complicates just to keep you in the dark. Join the Uncensored Pharmacist while they shine a light on the medical industry. Find it wherever you find fine, free podcasts. And while you're on the lookout for fine, free podcasts, head on over to whatsoundsawesome.com. There you can find the whole lineup from our amazing Sounds Awesome network. You can also find them wherever else you find fine, free podcasts, but you can get those list of podcasts over at whatsoundsawesome.com. We have all the answers, truth not trends, Thank the Light, Time Pop, That Fitness Couple, Uncensored Pharmacist podcast, and of course, Movies Are Us. Now enjoy this podcast right now. I got a story for you. I interned at a studio where Tupac recorded.
Nice.
Not on the same day, but
Was he there when you were you there when he was recording?
no, he had been dead for 20
Then
years.
I don't care.
Who was there? Someone was there.
You were.
I feel like we had a couple of you know what I did do though, as a 40-year-old man, I did go get hot dogs for 18-year-old rappers. So that was a high point in my adult life. I used to go to the store. I remember one time, this dude handed me $100, and he's just like, go to McDonald's, get all of this, this, and this. Go to the liquor store, get me this, this, and this. And then go to the bodega and get me some wraps. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm a 40-year-old father. This sounds like a good use of my time.
Let me get these underage kids some shit that they shouldn't have.
All right, let's get in so we can get out. I'm excited to talk about this, and I'm excited to be done talking about it so I can get a good night's sleep.
Me too.
I don't want to grow up or ever leave the 80s. Sort of. We're gonna play spot the 90s references.
Yeah, it's like late 80s. Especially I started listening to the book. So yeah, we're gonna get into it.
Oh my God. Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I like stories.
I like the mysticism.
You can only read The Wheel of Time so many times, Jeremy.
That's true. True. You only have 16 books to pick through.
And it was either that or so in the last month I've listened to all 9 of those Jedi books again, and it was either pick a new book or start those over again. And I was like, well,
when the fuck do you at work? Do you just have an earbud in with a book constantly going? What are you doing all this reading?
well, I mean, in the closest place to anything out here is 30 minutes. Like if you want to go to the grocery store, you're round tripping it. It's an hour.
What do you buy? What do you buy one piece at a time? You go to the store, get some milk, come home, go to the store, get some hamburger, come home, go to the store.
That's what I do.
You've been to my place, dude. You know how fucking far out I live.
That's why you strategically plan.
No, I know, but it's just just driving to work is 16 minutes or so, and then driving home is 16 minutes. I got to go to the bank twice a week. That's 45 minutes, 40 minutes each way by the time I go down to my bank. And it's it's just there's an earbud in when I go grocery shopping, or and then if it's a slow point in the day, or if I'm counting an order, earbuds go in so they don't ADD out and get distracted. So yeah.
Well, this will probably not be true by the time we're done recording, but right now I still have a perfect bracket.
Hey, congratulations.
I do not. I had one perfect bracket through 4 games because I picked one of the upsets, and then after that it's just out. That was the bracket I was doing really well in until Kansas lost.
Dude, it just fucking snowballs too. Like every year you'll win 4 in a row or 8 in a row or even 12 in a row. And then you lose the next 6 and it just never fucking stops.
It's funny. I'm like not a college basketball guy, but I do that every year. It started at the O House, and I do my best. A lot of it's tradition.
Yeah.
And but you think I was looking at them like, you know what? These seem like these are pretty straightforward this year. Like these shouldn't be a lot of upsets. Looking at stuff like, no. Good luck.
But today we are talking about Ready Player One from 2018, 2 hours and 20 minutes, directed by a little known guy named Steven Spielberg.
He may have done a movie.
He's done a few films here and there. Has he done a Star Wars? Did he? Or no, that was Ron Howard. I keep thinking that it was him. It was Ron Howard that got called.
Spielberg's all the Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah.
He sounded sad when you said that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of like...
Not the last couple.
Des, actually, it's funny. I know you're not Jeremy, have you read the book of this by chance? The Ready Player One book?
Oh yeah.
I did.
Have you, Des?
I did.
You did?
I did. I actually did. It was back when I was... It was back before...
I'm sure you loved it.
It was back before I had kids, and I would walk my... And like you're saying, Justin, like I would find reasons to go walk my dog.
He starts talking about all the directors that he likes, and he's like, and of course, Kevin Smith at the end. I was like, that's so cool that you... fuck you, Jeremy. It's so cool that you listen to... that you
Go back and watch his movies now as an adult.
I watched all 5 of them last week.
Yeah, dude. Hey, dude, Dogma holds up. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You can talk shit about any of the other movies, but Dogma is great.
I haven't ever seen Dogma.
That's his best movie. Dogma's his best movie.
I watched the entire View Askew universe last week while I worked.
Actually, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back is probably still funny.
That one's pretty funny because like Mark Hamill and fucking like crazy makeup and stuff. Like he's so great.
Will Ferrell when he's still just barely doing anything, as Officer Will and Ollie. All right, I'm back in. But everything else he's done sucks.
Anything that he hasn't written is not very good. Like if he's not directing his own insane, like I still like Clerks too. It's nutty.
Oh, come on.
But it's just, I mean, there's a certain aesthetic that like you can either handle Kevin Smith or you can't. And I'm just like this fucking movie. Like it's fucking nostalgia. It's pure. Like I don't expect my sons to watch Clerks and be like, oh, the funniest shit I've ever seen. Like
that's why I get along with the kid that I work with, Camelot, because he's really into like he's just started watching like Menace.
His name's Camelot.
No, I do call him Camelot. I got lots of nicknames for my people, but he's like just started watching like Menace to Society and stuff like that, and he's really all about like the 90s and stuff. So it's pretty funny this movie nailed it for me.
Okay, so you've read the books. I've read the books. I enjoyed the books. And you're reading it.
I'm like chapter 12.
Okay.
Right now.
Have you read Ready Player 2, Jeremy?
No, I had enough with this. Okay.
Tell me your experience. Okay, let's start at the beginning. What is your experience with this property, Jeremy?
So I listened to the books. I didn't read it, obviously, And I'm sure we've all listened to the books. None of us actually opened the book to read this, right?
No. I mean, I would, but I don't have time. I bang through books on audio.
Anyway, so we all listened to
it way better.
We all listened to this book. Will Wheaton read it. It was okay. I mean, but it's really poorly written. Like if you go back and listen to it, it's just the dialogue, the way it's written. It sounds like fan fiction written by like a 14-year-old.
Yeah, there's some stuff that's really not great.
When I was in 8th grade, I basically rewrote the movie Aliens and put me and my buddies in it as a writing essay, and I turned it in, and I was very proud of it. But it probably sounded exactly like this. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
And then if you think this is bad, Armada, his second book.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, did you read that one?
Oh no.
Oh, please do. Please, I want, please. This is your assignment, guys, for before we podcast again. I want you both to listen to that book.
I'm not going to do that.
And then report back to me.
Cuz after I read this one, I was like, I like it. And I think I have Armada, maybe not. I definitely got Ready Player 2. Still haven't listened to it. but I was like,
Armada is something that's standalone or also in this series?
No, it's standalone.
No, I'm not going to do that then.
I didn't want to talk shit about the artist right away, Ernest Cline, the writer, but this makes me hate him. This is the first sentence in his Wikipedia page. An American science fiction novelist, comma,
Slam poet.
What?
Anybody who is a self-described slam poet, I'm sure there's
Are you serious?
I'm
dude?
sure there's
Oh my
people
God.
out there that do it well, but just on its face, the phrase slam poet is just like, no.
And I was, please, he want to do a poem. Man, I don't want to do.
No.
No. Why can't I? Because I'm white, huh?
Next, we will be having a new contestant performing a piece entitled "It's Because I'm White."
Trapped inside my skin. White boy, honky, cracker, clear water. He ain't pink, he pink, he pink. Yo, white boy, why do you wish to sit behind me on this bus, white man, motherfucker? You better take 2 steps back. You about to get dropped. Ding, ding. Next stop. Leave him alone. He's mine. I found the white boy. I found him. What are you gonna do? Kick his ass right here in front of the liquor store? Pow, pow. Stick, stick. And darkness fell upon the white boy. And now my girl don't love me no more. So I'm at the door. And darkness, once again, fell upon the white boy.
I am enjoying the book so far just because, like you said, nostalgia. But, dude, when it comes to, like, movie and book, it might as well be Wheel of Time. It's not even this. You have some characters that have the same names, and
That's about it.
that's about it. That's about it. I mean, obviously, I'm on chapter 14. He's got in the book. He's got Percival has gotten the bronze key, and he's gotten the bronze gate. So that's where I'm at right now. And Artemis has gotten it too, and H has gotten it, and then Daito and Shito.
Daito and Show.
Show.
Shoto.
All right, Jeremy, we totally cut you off. Go ahead and finish.
No, that was it. I listened to this book and I was like, oh, this is not very good. But you know what? He brought in a bunch of nostalgia and all that stuff, and I need things to listen to. The second one was so bad. I really think you just need to listen to it, Justin. It's a standalone book. Why? It is not very long.
Well, I was gonna do Ready Player 2 after this.
No, listen to Armada first, because this is how he wrote them anyways. Armada is basically the last Starfighter. It's basically just the last Starfighter, but slightly different.
Really? Like he just plagiarized it. Des, I thought you'd love this because of like all the some of the references are just like, oh my God, 100% Des.
Yeah,
I guess the book wise, there's not a ton of reference. I mean, there's all the references in the movie are all over the place. The reference I've seen in the book so far is like talk about, oh, we like to pretend that like the movies like Crystal Skull and Beyond just don't exist.
Not Des. He likes the last movie the best.
Well, that one didn't exist when that happened.
so obviously getting the clearance for this movie must have been near impossible.
Yeah.
Can you think of any off the bat of major references in the book that they just couldn't put that weren't in the movies because
Is there any Star Wars references in the movie?
I don't there's a lightsaber and it's barely a lightsaber. It's a shiny sword.
It's not a lightsaber. It's the Gundam one, and that's a laser sword. It's not the same as a lightsaber. I don't think I saw RoboCop. I saw Spider-Man. I saw tons of stuff, but I don't think I saw anything. He says no. He says, "Do you want the Millennium Falcon?"
But they didn't show it. Or any Star Wars anything. But you're right, that's the only mention.
And that's it. And in the book, there's tons of Star Wars references. Tons.
Do you remember seeing any Transformers or G.I. Joe? Nothing. I don't remember seeing any of those. Like no Hasbro stuff.
Nope. And there's reference to that in the book so far. He's like, I memorized every GoBot and fucking Transformers name.
Right.
Because that's part of it in trying to solve the Easter egg or whatever is that it's...
That's probably why they I mean, I think Steven Spielberg was a good get for this movie anyways, but he was probably a huge get for Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Like, just to make sure they could land all of those, because they even have like,
They have the music.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got.
Is that? I mean, is he, because he directed it? Does he like have kind of the final say? I mean, it'd be like a committee thing, right?
He's
You'd
a
have to, like-
producer. He's a producer. So like, I'm sure. Actually, you know what? I don't know if I don't think Back to the Future is an Amblin.
No, he did produce Back to the Future. Yes.
I know he did produce it, but it's not an Amblin property. So
Yeah, I don't know.
Spielberg didn't do any Star Wars, right? Like he didn't do any Star Wars, right?
yeah, no, he didn't. And that's I knew there was something
Oh wait,
up there. I was
he did the
forgetting.
Christmas special. I forgot.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, so when I first read this, I was like, this is amazing. When I first saw the movie, I was like, this is great.
How old were you when you read it, Des?
It would have been about 10 years ago. Like I was 30-ish, 32, something like that. And it didn't come out. I mean, when did it come out?
2018.
No. The book. Yeah.
Oh, the book. 2011.
Okay, so I read it. I didn't realize I read it that recently after it came out. I like you know how much I jump all over books, but it was only two or 3 years old by the time I got my hands on it. So
Just on the bestsellers list, I'm on it.
but I like and I've been poisoned a little bit. I've listened to a lot of other podcasts talk about it, and they like they really harp on the fact that kind of like what Jeremy said, like if you pile a bunch of already known references in a pile, does that really make a new exciting property? And I think the answer is no, but I don't care.
Okay, here's my take on that, and it's a real quick one. For any other generation but us Gen Xers, 100% doesn't matter. For us, it fucking's the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
It's very nostalgic.
It's the nostalgia factor. It's like I'm starting to realize, and actually the book has helped me realize that. It's like how, it's like, well, he talked that he had a shitty childhood, but he recreated every single little aspect of it. So it's like, that's kind of Gen Xers to a fucking T. It's like, but man, I wish I could go back and play in the dirt with my Atari.
Well, and it's just like we're just the perfect, like, like in the 60s, it's like, I'm going to build a wooden car, a wooden race car. It's like, okay.
Right.
So do that. Okay, now what? But we grew up with this this technology that just went from Pong to fucking
Well, that's why the Gen Xers are the problem, because like we've lived on both sides of it. We played Pong where it's like,
yeah.
Like even then we're like, okay, this is fun, but I'd still rather fucking like go like climb a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got to the point where like it's, we're not to Oasis levels yet, but I mean, like, I don't think we're crazy far away either. Like,
Yeah. Well, if you've seen any of those videos of the people at the Apple Vision Plus walking around town
Yeah.
with their stupid things on.
I'm sure you guys got something like this in the Bay Area. There is an interactive thing here that's like a zombie like escape room, but it's
I've done it twice. It's fucking
okay, exactly.
Okay.
And it's like when you get hit, when you're wearing vests and it like it, I don't know if it shocks you, but
when you get shot, you feel it. Like you get haptic suits. Like it's so cool. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, like in order to like make it work really well, everyone wears their own computer on your back. Like you wear a vest and you have your own computer on your back.
you have a haptic suit basically.
And so that's what everyone has. So everyone has their own computer on it, and it's fucking amazing.
I've heard it's pretty cool.
It's so fucking
I forgot.
fun.
I'll be your X1 boot suit with full body haptics
And
tonight.
and
I don't know.
don't stop there, Justin. Where is it?
It was full. I thought it was just full body haptics. I don't know. Boot suit.
Wait. With a microfiber crotch inlay.
Oh, right. I think that was a joke.
I don't think it was.
I don't think
Did
it
you
was.
see at the end when he got kicked
Yeah.
in the nuts?
Oh,
That's
right.
He coughed.
Like, why
up.
would you want that?
Sure. Like, why wouldn't you have something on it where it's like,
Come on, Jeremy.
well, I know why you want it.
I would wear the equivalent of a digital cup lid. Come on.
Well, no, you have it.
Well, it's
so
like,
if
why
it
wouldn't you just
reaches
program
a
it
certain
so it-
force, it cuts off.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
You wouldn't program it for ultra pain, but you might for ultra pleasure, right? But
That
why would you
that
make
force would be like the touch of a
That's
feather.
why there are dominatrix, boys. That's why they're dominatrices, boys. Some people like the pain.
Which is a problem. Well, it's not a
It's a
problem.
very small amount of people.
No, it's not, Jeremy. No, it's not.
No, in Berkeley, it's not. In the rest of the world, it is.
Desmond's like, step on my balls.
Please, just touch me.
I just want to feel something.
And I will be your survivor of the corn syrup drought and the bandwidth, the bandwidth riots.
And the bandwidth riots, dude.
When I heard corn syrup drought, I was like, oh, that's right. I forgot how terribly written this movie is.
Oh,
It's literally,
But it's terribly written, but does it not make
we
sense?
have a dystopian future, right? We have a dystopian future, and it's climate change. It's always climate change has made everything worse. And now we live in stacks of trailers. And there's corn syrup droughts? What does that even mean?
yeah. There's corn drought.
It means that no, dude. It's like okay. It's like any other parody of America. Like the pizzas are getting delivered by drones. Everyone lives in fucking RVs. Hey, I live in an RV and it feels trashy, even though I live in a field instead of a stack.
It's not a cow. It's not that all the cows have died off, Jeremy. It's that there's a mozzarella famine.
Mozzarella.
Skim milk is on the low.
That's hilarious.
But it's like it's like it's an exaggerated version, and it's like think about all the stuff that corn syrup goes in. Like it's ridiculous, and the energy riots and stuff.
Yes.
But it is.
But if you run out of it, you don't say there's a drought.
You don't grow
It takes
corn
it-
syrup.
You just start using sugar cane
Yeah,
like
well,
normal
you don't-
people used to do.
Corn syrup doesn't fall from the sky.
This movie would have hit, or this book, like if before I had kids and was just like, like my life was work and gaming, like, oh, this movie would have gave me such a boner because I've just been like, that's all I want to do.
Oh,
I hate people. I just want to go and blah, 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 drive my DeLorean.
can
I
you
don't give a
imagine
fuck.
this movie just on constant rotation in the game room? Just
You and I would have watched it
constant.
so many times.
constant.
Bro, you want to watch Ready Player One tonight? Yeah.
Yes. Well, don't get me wrong. So this movie is entertaining.
Yeah.
It's not good, but it is entertaining. And every time you watch it, you'll see stuff. So I was watching, and right when
You catch different shit every time.
they walk into H's garage, right up against the wall is Pee Wee Herman's bike from Pee Wee's Big Adventure, which I didn't catch.
Yes.
And so and in the background, when he's like showing them all of the stuff, he's showing all the different ships that he has in like the toy box. In the background, there's the RV from Spaceballs.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
one of the Vipers from Battlestar Galactica. And this is really deep, and you guys probably won't get it, but Cowboy Bebop is an anime from the late 90s. One of the ships, the Stingray that Spike flies, is there, and I'd never noticed that before. And I thought for sure I would have picked up on that. I don't think I ever noticed it, but that was very cool.
Well, and I realized too, you're saying that Pee Wee was there. Also, Beetlejuice shows up at some time. So Tim
That's
Burton
true.
signed off on this movie.
He must have, right?
Well, and that's one of the things that people I've heard complain about this movie, about the show. It's like it doesn't really have anything to do with the book except just mashing all of these references into it. But like
Which,
that's
by the way,
kind of part of the fun of the movie, though.
we're not going to go through this movie in order. We're just going to throw all of the references to the movie at the wall, just like the movie.
Well, it's just like I couldn't help but like every time I saw the DeLorean, I thought of Des. I'm like, oh god, the DeLorean. And her bike is definitely like a Tron bike, right?
No,
That's the bike from the movie Akira.
There we go. Yeah.
It's a early to mid 80s anime.
But it's kind of Tron-y, right? It's like it sticks to it's a little Tron-y.
You'd have known that, Justin, if you'd have listened, because they say it in the movie. Because if you don't, we don't want to make sure that nobody misses the
that's right.
references.
I don't know what Akira is, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's anime.
That's anime. The Goro alien chest burster scene was great.
That was pretty great.
I thought that was hilarious.
Okay.
He's just like shitting himself.
We are I think we would call ourselves gamers. I'm not a hardcore gamer anymore, but I've definitely
I still am.
been a gamer. And we also have kids. Okay, I don't know if you've played a lot of online gaming, Jeremy.
Yeah, I have.
But like the fucking I used to always wonder how come every 8-year-old knows that if you jump on that rock 3 times and shoot east, you'll teleport to the other side of the island. And now I watch my fucking son play video games like a goddamn moron. And I'm like, oh, that's why every 8-year-old knows to do that, because they do everything but play the fucking game. So of course it fucking glitches.
Yep.
So there's no fucking way that this contest goes on for 5 years without some asshole going backward. No. 5 days tops.
Yeah.
Before someone's just like, I don't know, I'm going to just go backward.
Yep.
And dude, as a game tester, like that's 100%. Like I didn't think of it that's one of the things. Like I thought of a lot of things during this movie. That is not one. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. 5 years. Even I'm listening to the book right now. 5 years, totally. I'm like, absolutely not. Especially how fucking people are obsessed with this. You're 100% right. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
Some asshole just to be a dick. Like I'm gonna drive backwards and see if I can fuck people up. That's what people do online. They spam shit. They're fucking dickheads.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't be good at the game, so I'm just gonna get in people's ways. Go play fucking Minecraft or something.
As
Don't play a competitive game.
As TJ Miller would say, that's a total camper move, bro.
Yeah, bro.
No,
It's like I got 10 years of shit inside this body. Don't I thought you were kidding.
as one of the characters says, a fanboy knows a hater.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, bro. I just crack open a tab, put on some Duran Duran, and play Robotron.
That is the cheesiest shit ever, dude. I
Oh
was like,
my
oh my
God.
God.
Watch some John Hughes.
So bad. It was so bad. You know, I did see a lot of Street Fighter characters too. That was crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of Street Fighters, a lot of Capcom characters. I saw RoboCop at one point.
Yeah, even Overwatch. What's the Borderlands? Some Borderlands stuff too, which is cool.
Oh, you caught some Borderlands. Really? That's a good reference. That's good.
Yeah, there's some Borderlands stuff there.
I so thought the chick was Mia Kunis at first. It was obviously not her, a different actress, but I swore it was Mia Kunis.
Isn't she gross?
I know. Oh God.
Yeah.
She has
I would be so disappointed if I met her in real life.
She has a port wine stain birthmark on her face. Hideous. Oh God.
What are you, Gorbachev's baby?
Come here, I'll lick that off for you.
Seriously, dude. It's like the chick is like, she's super cute, and then you take the glasses off her, and it's like, oh
yeah,
my God.
totally.
Right.
Come on, dude.
Look at her. She's wearing overalls.
Gross. It's like not another teen
Ugh.
movie.
Like literally someone in the background's all like, "Ugh," and like throws up.
Don't they do that in Not Another Teen Movie?
Yeah.
And he's like, nope. And they're like trying to pick out the girl that he has to turn into the prom queen. And he's all, no, two hair. Like, we gotta watch. You gotta put that in there, Des. That scene where they're going through. It might be too visual.
I don't care. I love that movie so fucking much.
That movie is great.
Fucking Captain America is in that movie.
A lot of people are in that movie.
But combined, those two make up one pretty decent chick.
Sure, I'd do it.
I know you would, Reggie Ray. But no, I'm looking for somebody who's really messed up. I'm talking about a real shit bombs. Oh, well, bombs away.
Oh, no, anyone but her, not Janie Briggs. Guys, she's got glasses and a ponytail. Ah, look at that. She's got paint on her overalls. What is that? Guys, there's no way she could be prom queen. Damn, that shit's whack.
It's so speaking of references, that's Ready Player 1.0 or one.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's Ready Player 1.0.
Legit.
Because that movie is just nothing but. There's a whole. I don't know if you know this. They're hard to find, and they knocked it out of the park with Not Another Teen Movie. But there's an entire Not Another series out there.
Really?
That's fucking. Like I said, none of them are as good as Not Another Teen Movie, but there's
like Not Another Superhero Movie. There's a bunch of them. Not Another Scary Movie.
And I can't even find it anymore. Like it just like popped up for a minute. I think like Burt Reynolds is in it. Not another Teen Movie.
Okay.
Or no, it's just called Not Another Movie. It was like after they'd made like 6 or 7 of them. You know, like just not another superhero movie, not another destruction movie, not another zombie movie. So Ben Mendelsohn, the main bad guy, Sorrento.
That's his name. God, I couldn't remember his fucking name.
I have IMDb open, so don't.
He's great.
You know why his gigantic fake teeth were distracting you? That's when it was wrong.
So he doesn't have to play like a Wii. How come everyone else on the planet has to move so much? Like, I get it a little bit.
Cause his rig is extra super.
But do
dope.
you have to? Like, you see at
No.
the end, there's people running through the real streets while they're running through the Oasis to attack. It's like,
Right?
what?
What happens if you run into something?
Yeah.
What if you trip over a cat?
I would just get so tired of
Continuity.
that. Like, I love the Wii, and it had its moments, but there's a reason why the Wii isn't still around, because people like to sit on their ass to game.
See, dude,
Like, we don't always want to get exercise.
his whole thing with the rig that he has and the little mini like directional treadmill, like I'd do that. Like, if you could have one of those at home, like, you would be physically fit. I would just find like a zombie parkour. Man, that would be so much fun.
It would be fun sometimes, but every once in a while, like, you wouldn't want to do that. I mean, people are in this thing for 16, 18 hours
Yeah,
a day.
one of my coworkers like, look, I have enough anxiety. I don't need store-bought anxiety. I'm good. But you could do it. You could be like a gardening game, or you could just go garden, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, if I go to the gambling world, do I have to fucking, like, throw cards out and like
Lose real money?
Definitely. Like, there is so much. I understand the idea of like PvP and it matters if you lose, but like, I don't like the idea. I think you're like always vulnerable in the Oasis. Are you not?
No, there are places where there's no PvP like battles. Like, there are safe zones and stuff.
Okay.
In the books, but in the movie,
I mean, I'm guessing they don't mention it, but I'm guessing that's
yeah.
something similar.
In the books, you go to school in the Oasis. A lot of people go to work in the Oasis.
Yeah, if you have good enough grades, you can get transferred to the Oasis schools, and then you get a free like Oasis console, so you can go to school. It's like basic bit shit, but you can still do.
And then you just the only degree you can get is a loyalty program degree to go.
Yeah, to go fuck off, dude. The one lady,
to go work off your debt for the rest of your life.
yeah, work student loans, baby.
Dude, I just noticed that when they're in H's bedroom, he has the neon sign that says "Cocktails and Dreams," but also he has a Beastmaster poster on the wall and a Road Warrior poster.
Yes,
Road Warrior, way better than Beastmaster.
Ah.
No, go back and watch it.
Yeah. No, that's yeah. Yeah. Road Warrior is a real movie.
It's a great movie, too.
Yeah, that's true.
How
dare you?
My favorite note. It's so funny. You guys did such a better job of noticing some of the little stuff. But a Mayor Goldie Wilson poster.
Yes, I saw that too.
Somewhere I was like, yes,
Mayor. I love it. Mayor.
I like the sound of that.
You know what's funny too? I love the redheaded lady. That's the kind of figuring out what's going on with the game at the end. You did notice she was like, and she rubs her chin like this.
Oh yeah.
Oh
like
my
she's
God.
got a beard.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Who was
Just
she?
great
She got
acting.
a lot of screen time.
She got a
for
lot of
someone
face
who
time.
didn't matter in the end.
Exactly.
One of the first things you see is a lady who lives at home alone.
Oh yeah.
No, you see that she's just random lady. She literally's got like curlers in her hair.
Justin, her name, her Christian name is, she's a real person. Her name is Lynn Woolmat.
Okay, well, Lynn Woolmat, she's got her very grandmotherly kind of pinky fuzzy robe on and her shower cap, and she's dancing on a stripper pole. It's just like, whoa. That's one of the things in the book. He says his aunt works part-time as a lady of the night in an online brothel in the Oasis. That's how she makes money.
Oh, so in the book he calls her his aunt, because in the movie he said, "You killed my mom's sister."
Yeah, we have a word for that. Did they forget that word in the far, far future? It's like after the breaking, like, we don't know what to call relatives.
Doesn't want to dignify her with a family name. He's just like, hey.
Did you guys catch that?
did.
My wife was like in the kitchen, like doing stuff. She went, "Did he just say my mom's sister?"
I'm so glad you said that. That jumped of all the things I didn't notice this watch.
Oh my God. Go back.
Did this make you think at all of that skit on Chappelle's show where he's like walking through like if the internet was a real place?
No.
He's like,
I don't remember that one.
goat play? What's goat play? He's like,
Now I
hey,
gotta go
Dave,
back
do
and
you
watch
want to
it.
see this? He's like, yeah, I do.
Can I go to OnlyFans Planet? Planet. Ooh, Planet. Oh shit. Planet Tarantino. Just nothing but feet.
Rex Ryan will go there.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, reality's a bummer, man. They tell you, reality's a bummer. That's what they say.
Yeah, I kind of want a series of movies that are not connected except for the Oasis.
That would be good.
Like
That'd be kind of dope because it's huge, especially from the book. Like you see, like it's they have a Star Trek
TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick. That would be sick. Almost like a Quantum Leap style TV show, but the Oasis.
Ooh, there we go.
Who do we fucking write that and pitch it to?
We just did. TM. Yeah, like, because it makes sense that this is an action movie, and we got to get into the story. We're following these people to try to solve the big mystery. But like, I don't think this paints as good of a picture as I think the real Oasis is of a lot of people just going to school and maybe skateboarding a little bit and
like this is what they do after school, whatever it is.
Virtual drug. There's got to be virtual drugs of some sort. Like I don't know how they would work, but
Snow Crash.
what?
Have you read that?
No, I haven't, but isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
That's
what this is from. My poor impulse control.
I can't see it. Oh.
Oh, do they do virtual drugs in there?
Yes.
I started reading it and then I put it down and then didn't pick it up and then
the main
lapsed.
Antagonist, Jeremy, they have the Burbclaves, which are the prisons, and they tattoo people's offenses on their foreheads in some of them. And the main big bad dude, the Aleutian guy with the glass knives, has poor impulse control tattooed on his forehead. That's what this is from. Nobody ever fucking knows it, so I'm just stoked that you even said the word Snow Crash. So sorry, Des.
No worries.
I like how you have a tattoo of a book that you have mentioned on this podcast like twice, but the one that we actually do podcasts about, you have no tattoos about.
That is
Yeah.
It is incongruent, I think is the word I'm looking for.
Well, the whole poor impulse control thing is a little bit more to know about my personality, and you should understand that, Jeremy. And when I told my mother about it, she said, "Oh, you should have had it tattooed on your forehead." And I was like, "Funny you should say that." And then I just told her the story. It was like, "Oh, well, I'm glad you didn't do that." So
way too many people seem to look like them. Well, no, maybe it's just our guy. Now that I think about it, like,
no, the bad guy looks like himself.
Well, I was gonna ask you guys that. So if you were in the Oasis, what would you look like?
I'd look like that lady that was doing the stripper pole.
But
in real life, I want to look like her.
Well, you don't know what she was. She could have been a dude in the Oasis.
I want to look like Melissa McCarthy.
Cabaret,
Melissa McCarthy.
You know why? No one would suspect Melissa McCarthy. Like, you're playing some game, and then all of a sudden you just come up out of nowhere. You're like, hi. And especially when she's like in her, like, what's that? Bridesmaids, with the
you feel that steam
hat?
heat?
Yeah.
You feel it? You feel that? Yeah. Who's my hungry bear?
Exactly. And then next thing you know, everybody's dead, and I just walk out.
Dead. Next thing you know, dead.
I'd be Maggie Grace. I'd wear a Maggie Grace skin.
You would. You would.
Who's Maggie Grace?
Taken, the girl from Taken.
Yeah.
The girl who gets shook.
She's the one who's tooken.
I have a very particular set of skills. I get stabbed by Darth Maul.
I'm the only Jedi who dies from lightsaber
Ever.
strikes.
Ever.
Actually, I was the last Jedi.
I was the last Jedi to die. The Iron Giant was pretty cool.
Oh,
my kids love Iron Giant.
Iron Giant's great. That's a great movie.
Hold on, before we get too far away from this, I think I would change my look a lot. Like, I don't think I would have
really
my Oasis skin. I think I would be like I've been playing Tony Hawk a lot, and I just decided I wanted to skate as a girl, and so now.
You know what, Des? You've always made girl characters. Always.
I stopped doing it as much, but I totally did. I used to always make girl characters.
Always.
Just because it's like, why not? Like I can, I either make a character who looks as much like me as the technology can do, or I just go with a girl.
I usually go. I think that just says what if you like yourself or not. I usually go with pretty close version of myself, except like what you guys saw my fucking character I sent you, like purple skin and elf ears. Like, other than that, he's a kind of a big dude with big shoulders, and he's obviously a little bit more buff than me. But other than that, it's like I don't know. It's if I was a fantasy character that was a bard half elf, that's probably what I'd look like with minus the tattoos. I'd get him tattooed though.
I do always act as if I'm me, no matter what my character looks like. I'm like kind of like Jeremy said last time, like especially the first playthrough.
I try to be like I'll like save before some of the like choices just to be like I kind of want to pick that because that's funny and I'm a fucking douchebag smartass.
It's like putting your finger in the choose your own adventure book. Wait.
I did that.
Okay, I
Day,
survived.
though, didn't I?
Everybody did.
Everybody did. So I was like, okay, sometimes, but most of the time I try to play it pretty true. And like a couple of times I've like made choices in the game I'm playing right now, and it's like your whole party's dead. I'm all, dang it, glad I saved. I did this thing the other day and I didn't do it right. I was talking to the kid I work with. He's like, oh, bro, you don't want to do that. You need to go back. I was like, I need to go back like an hour. I'm all, fuck. The worst. Hey, did you guys catch the GoldenEye Oddjob reference though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, this week is Easter egg week at Sounds Awesome because we just did our first ever. It won't come out for a couple weeks if you're listening. Well, I don't know when this will come out either. So I don't know. Maybe it came out a week ago. Maybe it's coming out next week. Time Pop. We finally did a Doctor Who episode, and a big part of the Doctor.
Which one?
Blink.
Oh, okay. All right. There you go.
Yeah, and what's that all about? DVD Easter eggs is how they solve the mystery in Blink.
You picked the one where the Doctor is not in it.
What is Doctor Who?
What? What?
I'm just fucking.
Oh my!
He's like barely in it.
I was like, I understand
your face.
I was like, I understand why you don't watch it, but if you've just never even heard that there's a show called Doctor Who, we're not podcasting together anymore ever again.
Nerd.
I just thought Doctor Who was like that, like that after school special where they taught you how bills were made and stuff, and he was just like,
no,
we go back and fix like past problems, like we figure out who assassinated Kennedy and stuff like that.
Yep, that's it. You got it.
Is that it? Okay.
Yep.
That's not Doctor
Who.
Who.
It's just British. It's the same thing with British.
Do they do that a lot in Doctor Who? Do they go back and fix?
I have no idea. No, I don't know.
I don't think you're right. I don't.
I think that's what they do in Quantum Leap. Actually, they go fix stuff. So I'm probably just stuck on that.
But they fix little things that won't fuck with time.
I love marijuana. I don't know.
I watched all the way up through Matt Smith, his Doctor, and then I started watching the old guy whose name escapes me. But then it got so bad. It was starting to get real bad, and it got way worse. And it was just, bleh, it was terrible. And it's just been worse and worse. I have no desire to go back. But yes, sometimes they would do that. They would go back. It's a time travel show, right? So they would go back in time. But it's usually like something weird happens, like an alien is back in time, and they have to like figure out what he's doing, or werewolves, or it's good. It's all time travel. Sometimes they go in the future, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I don't know, it's good. I think you'll like that episode. It's
it's great. We watched it and talked about it.
Oh, you already watched it?
Yeah, we already watched it and talked about it. It's great. The episode will be up. Would you like more Justin, Jeremy, and Desmond? Head on over to patreon.com/soundsawesome. Over there for $3 right now, you can get 10 exclusive podcasts. That's right, people. It is not $3 a podcast. $3 gets you the whole library and puts you in prime position to get an exclusive podcast every 2 weeks. Patreon.com/soundsawesome. Now it makes sense that Parzival, I don't know, this would be the first upgrade I would do when I won the 1 million coin. How do you have a DeLorean that doesn't fly? What the fuck are you even doing?
Well, it hovers for a second. It does go into the hovers, like
when?
He's going sideways and the wheels turn.
Underneath like a big rig or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't fly. But yeah, he kind of like hovers, slides. drifts,
Like
if
at
you
the
will.
end, I think I felt like he should have been flying around. And
Did you notice that in the DeLorean in the front, it has the kit thing that goes going back and forth?
oh, shut
Yes.
up!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
my.
That was kick ass. And that's because they say something about Knight Rider in the book. Like they make so many references. Dude, Jeremy, I was thinking about you today. They're like, Airwolf and like,
Oh, yeah.
TJ Hooker and like
All the
shit.
stuff that I
I'm like-
loved.
I'm like, me and Jeremy used to watch all that shit.
Oh God, TJ Hooker was I love TJ Hooker. TJ Hooker and Magnum PI. That was my jam.
Magnum PI, dude, his mustache was magnificent.
The guy lived in Hawaii, was 6'3", had an amazing mustache, and drove a Ferrari. I mean, he was a private investigator too, and he lived on a mansion that wasn't his. He didn't have to pay for it.
And he drove a Porsche and he had Higgins.
No, he didn't.
It's a Ferrari.
Ferrari.
A Ferrari, sorry. He drove Porsches. Like, I'm thinking Miami Vice.
No, he had a Blazer too. There was a Blazer that actually it was Robert Masters' Blazer, and an Audi.
Yeah, that was Higgins' Blazer, right?
An Audi?
Yeah, an Audi 5000, literally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. That's a great.
Did you guys? I mean, obviously they covered at the end of the book, or at the end of the movie. But Simon Pegg is the droid,
Yeah.
the curator or whatever.
So the bomb that goes off at the end, were those called mad balls?
Yeah, it was a mad ball.
Was it a mad ball?
Yeah, a mad ball.
The squishy one,
Yeah.
yeah. That dude's avatar even looks like a dickhead. Doesn't he just like he's all just douched out? You're like, oh god, you look like fucking Superman's like evil twin brother or something.
Oh, and by the way, I'm changing it. We're not Wolf Brothers at Parched Ailman. We are Bossman 69 at Parched Ailman now.
I have that written down. Bossman 69, eh?
I left. I was on a post-it note too, because like he's old, like us, and so is.
Hey, you want to see?
It's-
You want to see my? You want to see my passwords?
There you go.
They're written down right here.
Mine are on my phone.
I've got them all in my fucking wallet and probably my PIN number too. So just go. It's great. I have nothing to steal though. It's fine.
I created an algorithm. So I created my own algorithm so I can write down a word and then I know in my head what to change to make that word a password. So when you're looking at it, it just looks like a normal word, but I have the algorithm in my head of what to change.
You know what that means, Jeremy? He memorized a word. It's not an algorithm. He just memorized a word. Oh, I'm fancy.
I use another word to remind me of a different word.
It's called a mnemonic, you dummy.
That way I can just have like Gmail, Bossman69. But I know how to make it not Bossman69.
Netflix, Bossman 69.
I-
Hulu, Bossman 69.
Dude, fucking Hulu made me so fucking mad because I didn't realize when Hulu and Disney butt fucked each other that they were the same password. So I spent
Oh yeah,
and
ESPN.
and fucking ES, which fucked me yesterday making my brackets. God damn it. So like it took me 2 months. I was freaking out because I would log on to Disney and I couldn't. So I changed my password, and then I'd log on to Hulu, and I couldn't. So I changed my password, and then I'd log on to Disney, and then I finally fucking figured out that it's the same password, and it's the easiest password I have because I'm like, fuck you, Hulu. My password is Bossman69. You fucking asshole.
My password is 1,
Seriously.
2, 3, 4.
That's crazy. I have the same combination on my luggage.
Jeremy Gaines at Gmail 69.
No, what did you guys say it was? It was Jeremy Gaines is dumb or something like that.
Jeremy's
Stupid
wrong
Gaines.
at Gmail.
No, he's at AOL.
That's right. It was AOL.
Oh, did you guys? I've learned some French this movie. Did you guys catch it? Voila
Oh.
means I figured it out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love that the biggest douchebag in the movie's name's IROC because I mean, come on.
What a dude.
Come on.
So this made me so happy because I was so excited to see it on Halliday's wall, and then I realized that H was wearing the shirt, the Rush 2112 shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I don't know if you guys went through a Rush phase, but woo,
No, I did not.
woo, did I go through a Rush phase?
When I was playing Rock Band a little bit, but nah, I never really got crazy.
We dropped acid and listened to I think every Rush tape that was out at the time.
So here's a little sidebar story, Jeremy, and you know this motherfucker. Actually, he's our cousin.
Beep,
Oh yeah, yeah.
beep.
That dude was a Rush fanatic. He was a guy who was oil field trash with us growing up. He's my dad's age, probably.
Oh no, he's younger than that, but yeah.
He's a little younger. He's probably 10 years younger than my dad, I guess.
Yeah.
But he, was kind of a big wig in the stuff. And then I think he was a big drinker and partier, probably cocaine and stuff. It was 80s. But and then he fell off and got sober. And then he kind of went to work for our family for a while. And I remember working with him, and that dude was fucking obsessed with Rush. He's like, I've seen him 22 times. That guy was a trip. When he got sober, a lot of coffee, a lot of cigarettes.
Oh yeah, he's one of those guys, huh? I need the cigarettes to stop the shakes.
Just like, I'm good, I'm sober. I'm fucking sober, bro. It's like, Jesus.
Lighting a cigarette off the other cigarette. I love going to casinos. Every time I go to a casino, it's just like, I want a cigarette so bad. And I know I couldn't, if I smoked it, like I'd be like, oh, but man, it just like smells like 80s.
Did you ever smoke, man? Every time we stole one of grandma's cigarettes, I just got sick.
I did for a little bit, and like just when I was a kid, that type of thing.
Because we'd steal grandpa's Marlboro Red 100s, and they're just like,
I never stole any of grandpa's. I tried dipping his snuff one time.
Yeah.
My grandpa would take the snuff that you were supposed to sniff. It's like really fine cut.
Yeah.
And he would take it in a spoon and he would just dump it in his lip.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll do you one better. My great grandmother used to do the same thing, and then when she would get all, she had some strokes and she'd get all weird. She'd start fucking snorting it and get really mean.
Oh, really?
She was never the sweetest grandmother, that's for sure. But she'd be like dipping snuff and like making cookies and shit. It's fucking weird, man. You're like, hey, she's like, you want a kiss? I'd be like, nah.
Nah, I'm good.
But then I grew up and I dipped. So, and my grandfather dipped too. That's funny. Weird how like my kids are stoners too. That's crazy.
Aunt B would dip too. She threw in a dip.
Man, Uncle Shorty was one of the coolest cats ever.
I love that guy. Love that guy.
Dude was like 4'10", smoked stogies bigger than he was, wore cowboy boots all the time.
He was a man's man. Like at 50, he had skin that looked like just parched leather.
Yeah.
I mean, literally,
Dude,
like
for real. At 50, he looked like he was 80.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino, bro. Just like a
Serious.
prude.
But Clint Eastwood was in his 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clint
At the
Eastwood was
time.
actually in his 80s.
Hey, what's his real name? I don't got a fucking clue.
Holy cow. I don't think I know.
Aunt B is her name is Beatrice, right?
I don't know.
Our family's weird, bro.
Wow, you just called me out.
I don't know it. I don't either. I'm not calling you out. I don't know it either. I don't have a clue.
All right, so I only have one more note. Jess, I'm sure you got a couple you want to run through, but I just want to ask.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? Jesus Christ.
Look at the clock. It doesn't lie.
Suck my dick. These are supposed to be 90 minutes.
No, I've told you I'm trying to keep them around an hour.
Okay.
Because I got to edit these. Like I said, I know we're going to go over an hour a little bit, but if we shoot for 90, we're going to hit 120, and I can't do that. Well, you know what? When Wheel of Time goes away and Time Pop finally fails, then these will be 2 hours long.
Okay.
But right now, I gotta manage my time.
Just hold on for 3 months, Justin.
I just heard some shit about season 4.
You know what? I heard some stuff about movies, and that's not going to happen either.
Anyways, let's go.
So Tuesdays and Thursdays are officially fuck day now in America, right?
Why?
Because there's no Oasis. So
right.
Tuesdays and Thursdays are national fuck days.
Date night.
All right, you don't have to rush too much, Justin. We just need to start taking that corner. But what do you got?
Okay, I mean, this is always fun, though. It's fine. I got Know the Sixers.
Justin's rapid fire.
Yeah, Know the Sixers. I don't know what that means. Probably just that they're bad. So how did Shoto get there? He's 11. How did he get to America? Anyways, I'm guessing that Daito and him are brothers because they're always together.
But why were they in Japan? How do you know they were in Japan to begin with? You racist?
Oh, okay.
Well, they have pretty thick accents. I don't think they were born
I was going to say.
Columbus, Ohio.
That's what I was. Yeah,
but if they've been living in the Oasis their whole life, why does anybody have an accent?
I guess you're right.
We should all sound mid-Atlantic.
Because they still have to speak Japanese every day when they go to school or go home.
Why?
I don't know.
No, I'm sure you're right.
Nothing makes any sense.
I'm just saying that like the speaking of fuck day, who's making babies in the real world? Like, how is there a population problem if everybody's spending 23 and a half hours in the Oasis every day?
Because they get all horned up in the Oasis and they gotta bang that shit out.
No, you don't. You get a doll. You order a doll off the Oasis, and you go in the Oasis. It looks like you're having sex with Keira Knightley,
God damn it, Des.
and you just lay on your doll.
Okay, goddamn it, Des, you're gonna get me so far off track.
Thank you for listening to Movies Are Us. If you have a movie you think we should talk about sooner than later, send those recommendations to moviesareUspod@gmail.com. That is moviesareUspod@gmail.com. Want more Justin, Jeremy, and Desmond? Head on over to patreon.com/soundsawesome, where you can get exclusive podcasts from us, along with exclusive Time Pop podcasts. If you're not listening to Time Pop, do yourself a favor. Check it out. Scott and Desmond talking about time travel movies, and then over on Patreon talking about other mind-bending, reality-altering movies. And then once you've listened to all of that, head on over to whatsoundsawesome.com/soundsawesome, where you can find exclusive podcasts from us and the fellows who bring you Time Pop. Then there's more. So much. I know you like podcasts. I'm going to tell you where to get them all. whatsoundsawesome.com is where you can find the Sounds Awesome network of podcasts. You can find these podcasts wherever you find free podcasts. But if you want that list, head on over to whatsoundsawesome.com. You want comedy, spirituality? Got you with all the answers. You want fitness and nutrition? Got you twice. Truth Not Trends and That Fitness Couple. You want time travel movies? Time Pop. You want the Wheel of Time? You want all your Wheel of Time content? Head on over to Thank the Light, where Justin, Jeremy, and Desmond are going to bring you everything you need to know to read the books or watch the show, The Wheel of Time. For inside talk about the health and medical industry, check out the Uncensored Pharmacist podcast. We got you covered, people. Movies Are Us, All the Answers, Truth Not Trends, Thank the Light, Time Pop, That Fitness Couple, The Uncensored Pharmacist at whatsoundsawesome.com or wherever you find fine free podcasts. Thanks for listening.
Also, good segue. Join our Patreon because I tell fun stories. Here's some that are coming up. Clayton pees on a girl he wants to fuck, luggage, and laptop. That's a good one. Another story, how I almost got arrested at the Dallas airport one time. That's fun. Also, a Belizean howler monkey fight. Join our Patreon. It's $3, man. And these stories, I'm telling you, I fucking dumb them down because if I wasn't there, I wouldn't believe them myself.
Oh.
And you still haven't told the 2 accident story.
Yeah, and you know that one.
I do know that one.
All right. Anything else for Ready Player One?
Yeah, because we got super distracted.
I blame myself.
I was just saying, the Boss Man 69, the Mission Impossible vibes, the RoboCop vibes. Des, was this what it was like testing? Was it like IOI?
Not even close.
Exactly like IOI. No, it was
not even close.
I feel like it was very cutthroat like that, and that's exactly what it was like.
But you know what? I always think about this during NCAA bracket season. It's so funny because, like, I was the farthest from the hardest core gamer there. Like, you know, there were people there that, you know, the only time they left the house was to come test video games. But, like, my bosses fucking loved me because I was the only one who played sports games.
Oh.
So, like, they could finally, like, someone who didn't play Dungeons and Dragons all day would. And I'll never forget the time where someone was testing an NCAA basketball game, and it was getting towards the end of the game, and they kept hugging the guy who had the ball. And they were starting to write up a bug report. And I said, no. That's what happens at the end of a close game. You foul on purpose, and it's a nice soft foul to make sure the guy has to go to the line. That's not a bug. That's a
and you
feature.
don't get it, and to make sure you don't get a technical.
Yeah.
It's a feature.
I remember a snowboarding game. I think 1080 came out at the time, and I was like the only person who could rock that game and get where I needed to go to test it.
You're like, because I've actually snowboarded.
I actually get this. Got to be the rabbit. That's the guy. There was people who ran around just trying to break the game, and then there was the rabbit, and your job was to beat it. I got to rabbit 1080.
We used to play that game a lot. Homegirl, when she goes in, when she's at IOI and she jumps into dude's like super rig, she fucks up, man. She doesn't stick her lightsaber in the fucking door panel to seal it shut, and they come get her, dude. Like, come on. Like, that's like 101, man.
It either locks the door and opens the door, whatever you need it to do.
Exactly.
It just, what It's very convenient. Did you guys catch when she's getting into the rig? She's like running through stuff trying to figure out what's what, and it's like
Kegel
Kegel exercises for men. She's like, don't need that.
Oh god, yeah. What else was? Oh, the fucking shine. We didn't talk about The Shining at all.
Oh, that's one of my last notes. Like the Shining stuff in this. Come on, right?
Awesome.
I love The Shining. It's my favorite movie.
The rugs, the girls, the picture.
It looked really like they just took it from the movie and like stuck them in there, but I don't think that's what they did.
When H is just like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna go with it.
And I've never picked up on it before that the pages flying off was a timer.
Oh yeah.
I never realized that before, which was kind of cool.
Pages flying off of what?
They did the stack of papers, and there was keys on them, and they kept on like one at a time, just kept kind of tearing off and flying away, and that was the timer for how long you had to solve that puzzle. When the papers were gone,
Oh,
you're kicked out.
gotcha.
Dude, it was so again, like, you know, this whole world is just, you could literally lose all of your shit at any moment. Like, and again, I understand why they didn't want to spend the whole movie explaining this, but like, there has to be some kind of like bank. Like, okay, I'm gonna risk this 10,000 coins today, but I have this safe with my other 10,000. Or something like that.
Yeah, you're not just walking around with all your inventory. You've got a camp where you stash some shit.
Gotta have a thing somewhere. And also, like it's, if you do lose all your shit, I mean, the Oasis is there. I know that like the evil corporation doesn't own it yet, but it still exists to make money. The second you die, boop, 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 swipe however much money you want to put. Like, if you have money in the real world, you can re-up in the Oasis in a heartbeat, I would imagine. It was so weird at IOI that when they died, they like had to, I don't know where the fuck they were going to respawn. Like, why wouldn't IOI, the biggest corporation in the world, just have a button you could press to just be like, boop, swipe 10 grand?
No, you had to change places.
Like, why do they have to get out of the machine? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Like, why do they have to get out of the machine? Because of those things are...
Don't think.
I mean, if you want me to play, you know, devil's advocate, every machine, when you log into it, it's attuned to your like eyes and stuff like that. So it's got to like attune to the next person because you died.
But people just kept jumping in. Like I said, if it's already attuned to you, then just throw some.
That's what I'm saying. A new person has to jump in, then get attuned, and then they jump in.
No, they were swapping.
It's like loading.
They were swapping out. Like, you would die, and someone would unstrap and have to walk over and respawn. But someone else immediately got in that rig and started playing seconds later. So if what you're...
Maybe it had to do with their haptic suit. They had to like reset the suit.
Why reset it? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know.
Like, there's it's taking longer. Like, if it's already set to you, then why wouldn't IOI just have a thing in place where if you die, we're just going to re-up your tokens?
It's a big red button that you hit. Click.
Yeah.
PD, bro. PD. Plot device.
Well, it definitely made it for a better scene to watch, yes, because you got a lot more action of people unstrapping and running away and people strapping back in. Like, it makes sense.
Well, and it allowed her to hide out and kind of, you know, it saved her because he's like, all right, get out of here, go to the respawn room. That's how she got away from Ben Mendelsohn at the one point. So
yeah.
Jeremy, the last two things. Did you catch somebody at a certain point? I don't remember who chucks it, but it's important. The Kroll, like...
Yes, the glaive.
Oh, yeah.
The glaive, star or whatever.
Yes, when he cuts
Someone
his arm
chucks that and cuts his arm off.
Yes, that was awesome. You know what was hilarious, too, is when they're all riding in the van and they're all fighting, but it's showing them in their suits, and she turns around and she goes, "Here, try this," and then throws it. That should just be a meme. I don't know why that's not a meme. Why don't I see that everywhere?
Like when she just like hands him nothing because they're in the Oasis.
But they're both jumping around like this, doing like going, "Here, try this."
You're only laughing because it doesn't exist. If that existed, dude, you'd love it. Wouldn't you love it?
I would totally love it.
I would be a Jedi. You'd have a fucking lightsaber. You jump around. Like, come on. That'd be the...
I would want...
That'd be the next best thing to have in the Force.
I would want Sorrento's egg most of the time. Like, especially if you
Fuck that, dude.
you live in your trailer, Justin. Where are you gonna have a 3-level, 4-acre?
He has his thing in the back of a van.
Exactly. And when they showed him, he was moving around fucking everywhere, like he had to walk everywhere he went. But then
That's fine. I want to stay in shape.
it would be fine sometimes.
Just go exercise, Justin.
It would be.
Well, no, and they're like, but you know what? I'm sorry. The reason why I would want it, like, I've thought about this. I spent some time since I watched it last night thinking about it, and I thought about it all day at work today. If I was going to be something in this world, it would be a Jedi.
Well, everyone. You and about 900 million other people.
And the thing about being a Jedi is that I can jump like 70 feet in the air, and you want to do that motion and feel
based on
like you're jumping. You're not gonna feel that in the chair. I mean, maybe you will, but I don't know. I feel like
where the fuck are you gonna land in your field? You gonna land with a fucking tree going up your ass?
that's what that little treadmill's for, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
It doesn't make you jump, though.
He's got ropes on him. He's got, but no, that's what I'm saying. You have those like suspension things, so it feels like you're jumping and like soaring through the air. Lights. Come on, man. Come on. You guys, you're mad. You guys are old. I'm gonna say it. You're old.
I'm just
Fuck
saying,
you, Jeremy. You're old. Fuck you, Des.
No.
You're old. Your imagination sucks, and you guys should just give up. You won't want to grow up. You're grown up.
The movie did a bad job of explaining it, because sometimes it looked like if you didn't walk there, you couldn't get there. But then other times,
No, because there's a mode that you can put on the auto mock mode.
I want it to be like the.
That's from the book.
I'm glad that you read that. It did not. They did a bad job of conveying that in the movie of what you have to do. Like we were talking about. Like
That's agreed.
when
yeah.
at the end of the movie, when they're attacking Sorrento, there are people running through the streets.
Yeah, that's
that's not you.
No, I agree.
There's got to be a happy medium somewhere, and
Yeah, that's bad.
and again, Sorrento had the egg. Like, just show me more of Sorrento sitting there and being in the Oasis, and then I can be like, oh.
He just has to do this, and it's running. He just taps his feet.
But then he even reached
He's
up.
like-
But when he wanted to grab the bomb,
He did.
He had to fucking reach up and grab it.
Yeah.
No, I want it to be like the Matrix, where they just plug it into the back of my head and I just lay in a chair. And then I'm out. Because here's what's going to happen in real life, Justin. You're going to pull out your lightsaber and you're going to be ready to fight Darth Vader. And you're going to be like, come at me, Vader. And you're going to swing it like 3 times and you're going to be like, hold on,
Not
hold
if
on.
you're doing
Pause,
it all the time.
Pause.
That's what I'm saying. If you're doing it all the time, you'll be in shape to do that shit.
And all you would
Hold
hear,
on, would just Indiana
hold
Jones
on.
just like-
Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees.
and all you would hear is your wife going, "Quit fucking knocking over your drinks. You're kicking over whiskey in the real world, you fucking asshole."
You just kicked the dog. You broke your bottle of whiskey. You fucking moron. Turn it off. Turn it off.
Justin's just high as a kite, trying to like get his bearings on what's going on. Lightsaber.
I'll be like Rand trying to use the sword in Wheel of Time. Not good at it.
Oh my god, Desmond! Every time I hear you yell like that, I'm just thinking, what does his neighbors think? They can't be that far away. He lives in Berkeley. They're probably 7 feet away right now at any one time.
And probably like 12, but my wife laughs about your screech too. She's like, God, he's so mellow. And then he's just like, ah!
The homeless people that live out in front of your house have to be just like wondering what's going on.
Okay. You know, they're too busy shitting in the bushes.
We're probably gonna move soon, and we keep finding these. I want one so bad. I keep
To Oakland?
No, to La Mirinda. No, not to.
Might be safer.
No, it wouldn't.
No.
But
we're
a
not.
lot of these back houses are unfinished, and Kelly's always like, is it okay if it's unfinished? I'm like, fuck yeah, because then I could soundproof it myself.
Oh yeah.
Like if it's just skin and bones, then I can fill it and do whatever I want. And
What do you mean by back houses?
well, that's what what do you call it? The units, the like right now, that's what I'm in right.
Like they're the last houses that are getting finished in like a project, or not a project.
No, it's just like what do they call them? ADU? Is it ADU? Is that what they call them? It's like a shitty mother-in-law, basically. Like I don't have a fully.
Oh.
We've seen some that do have a bathroom and a bedroom and a kitchen, but the one I'm in, like right now, I'm not in my house. I'm in what I call the back house, which is actually totally separated from our regular house. And there's no bathroom, there's no plumbing, but there's electricity. And like, yeah, if I was doing this in the house, I'd be divorced a long time ago.
Oh, okay. I thought you were in your house. Okay, that's good. That's really good.
It's like a she shed.
It's a she shed, exactly. It's a total she shed. And it's yeah. And she's just like, you're so fucking loud. I was like, oh, I thought I did a good job of like balancing all the audio. She goes, no, I'm not talking about the audio. You're just loud.
You're just yelling.
You're just yelling. I'm like, and I'm just like
I gotta talk over Fatty.
Seriously, no one's gonna hear me.
Expect.
All right, Jess, did you get through your notes? I could talk about this movie for fucking ever, so don't worry about it. We're not going to be done. We just have to stop at some point because, like,
yeah, no, my notes are done. Jeremy, the Gundam thing, I'm sure you just got a boner for.
So I never got into Gundam because I could never watch it.
Is that different than Robotech?
Oh, big time.
Okay.
Yeah, completely different. Yeah. No, if it was Robotech, I would have lost my mind.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I just realized, like, I'm sure one exists. I might actually listen to it. If there's anything that I would like to do have you guys ever listened to a Minute podcast?
No.
Where they watch a movie?
So like minute by minute? Yeah, you've talked about it before.
They watch a movie 1 minute at a time. I would do a Minute podcast about this movie because there is so many fucking references that in 60 seconds, like we could talk for 25 minutes about every 60 seconds of this movie.
Yeah, I totally would.
No problem.
This would be the one movie that I could do that with, probably.
Yeah, you really could do that with this movie, dude.
God, oh my God, I don't think there's a Ready Player One minute. Oh my God. Oh, and
are we starting a third one, Des?
Technically, like I said, it wouldn't be a very awesome conversation. Technically, I could do this movie for Time Pop.
How?
The Zemeckis cubes turn back time. The Zemeckis cube turns back time.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, 60 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot, but
also the period piece, like when they go into the thing, they go back and forth into like time periods all the time. Like The Shining is one time period. They go back to when dude's like a kid. So I mean, that's not that big of a stretch.
So we are going to, because it got cut out of this movie, where is it? We are going to do a Star Wars rating system.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got a four-tier rating system from Star Wars. So everyone out there is what we do for rating these movies. We pick a video game rating system, which is hopefully somewhat unique, not just easy, medium, and hard. And that's what we use for our rating system for these movies. We pick a different game each time. We'll probably reuse some games at some point. Maybe at some point we'll settle on a game and just keep using that. But easy being a 1-star, hard being 4 or 5 stars, depending on it. So for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, we have story mode for 1 star. And then we go up to Jedi Knight real quick. Jedi Master and Jedi Grandmaster. So a 4-tier system for this. Jeremy, you get to go first today.
I'm going to give this a
question.
Oh, yes, Justin.
Before we start, can we switch story mode to Sith? Because Sith is bad.
You can put your Star Wars jizz all over this rating system however you'd like.
Okay. That's my only question. That's all. Jeremy, proceed.
I'm going to give this a Jedi Master. If this was out of 5, I'd probably give it a 3 or 3.5, something like that. I own this movie, actually. I own it.
Okay.
So
do I, actually. I own it digitally, but I own it.
Yeah, so I watched it. I have it digitally. I actually think I would bought the Blu-ray for it. So this movie is not good, but it is very entertaining. I put it up there with like Transformers. You know, it's better than Transformers, I think. I think the action scenes, especially the first race, is amazing. Like and then the battle at the end is pretty great too. I mean, all the stuff in the middle, all the stuff that's outside of the Oasis is weird and not very good. But what I love about this is especially the scene. So when he's in the DeLorean, he wins, goes backwards, and then he goes to that fountain, and the fountain like drops away, and there's just these horns and drums playing that are just suspended in the air. But it still looks really cool. That's just something you don't see in movies because they're in this like made up world where you can just do anything, and they just did anything.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought was really cool about it. So yeah, I gave it a Jedi Master.
Yeah. The cool little, again, they didn't have much time, which is crazy. Like as long as this movie is, they didn't have much time to focus on the rest of the Oasis, but we see real quickly, we see the Minecraft world. We see the guy playing crazy space golf. Like, I mean, the imagine playing Madden, Justin. Like, fuck playing Jedi games. Like,
Yeah.
I would quarterback like a
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet, actually.
What little time I've spent in a rig, I played Madden, virtual Madden, and it was really fun throwing passes. I'm gonna say Jedi Master 2 just because this is a really fun movie to watch. It definitely, like, last night's the first time I ever watched this movie as a quote unquote critic. I know that's holding myself a little bit high esteem. But I watched it with my podcasting critical eye,
2 thumbs down.
and it doesn't hold up very well when you try to see if this is a film or not. This is not a film, but it is a wonderful movie. I will watch it again. I will especially watch it with friends. I may watch it 1 minute at a time because, I mean, you guys picked up on 10. This is probably the 5th time you guys have all seen this movie, and you picked up 10 references you've never seen before. And 10 references that I still haven't caught. So
just the second time I watched it.
Oh, really? Okay. And Justin Justin was probably playing Madden at the time, and he noticed all those references.
I was playing Baldur's Gate, but yeah.
And taking notes.
So 2 Jedi
and taking
notes. Absolutely.
And smoky pot and imbibing Buffalo Trace.
All right, Justin, what are you going to give this a Padawan a rat tail?
Padawan rat tail.
You know what? That's hard because I want to do Jedi Master like you guys. For the nostalgia factor, I want to give it Jedi like Grandmaster, but for like some of the things that we actually pointed out while we were talking, I want to give it Jedi Knight. So I'm really conflicted right now. I'm gonna give it a Jedi Knight because he was a master at one point, and then he went to the dark side, and they had to deprogram him, so now he's just a knight again, and so it's a Jedi Knight.
Justin wants
a redeemed Jedi Knight.
If this was our fantasy rating system, it would be an accepted because it's not quite an Aes Sedai, but it's in the building.
It would be a wisdom. It'd be a wisdom.
A wisdom. Okay.
So it's a accepted. That's like, I don't think I want to be Aes Sedai. I'm gonna just go do my own shit.
Have any of you guys played Adventure? Did you play Adventure?
I mean, it's so much fun though. Like you said, like it's so entertaining. Like, but like, there's just some things that you're like, in starting to see the books, there's so much shit just crammed in. It's not even as, like you said, it's not necessarily as a cohesive story, but it's still a lot of fun.
And you get this down if you know, with all the bitching I gave Transformers, I have to bitch a little bit about the time. Like the end of this gets drug out a little bit. Like,
yes, this is a 2.5 hour movie.
You get this down to 120 minutes, and it's amazing.
I have a note. That was my last note. If this would have ended at 1 hour and 52 minutes, it would have been the shit.
I've never played Adventure. When I was a kid, I remember seeing people play it and being like, "This game is amazing. I want to play it so bad," and I never just got a chance to.
I've never even heard of Adventure.
See, I even knew in the 80s, like, I don't want to be a dot. There's nothing adventurous about being a dot.
Yeah, but didn't you see the little thing on the outside of the cartridge? That's what I thought it was going to look like.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
In my mind.
I do remember. Oh my God, that's right. The cartridge looked like fuck.
It was like a Frank Frazetta painting.
That's like the only game reference in this that I don't really get it. I didn't really get, so.
It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, the bad lady. Finale.
Yeah, and when he's like in the back of the truck trying to put the key in, and they keep ramming him, and he keeps on, like, there's too much of your physics from the real world. I mean, I guess if you have the suit on, I guess it makes sense. They just, you know what? I think this would have made a good trilogy.
Yeah.
Because then you could have really set up the world. Really
could have dug into the story better.
You could have Empire Strikes Backed it, had him just get fucked at the end of the second movie. The only problem with that is every one of those movies would have been 2 hours and 50 minutes, and I would have just fucking hung myself.
Yeah, if they would have done 90 minutes, 3 movies, like you said, because this story in the book is really setting up to be very, very dark. And you get a little bit of darkness when like his stack gets like blown up and killed. But
yeah,
other than that, it's kind of a feel good, fun time.
Yeah.
And it's not really, in the books are really not shaping up to be that way.
You mean when they killed his sister's mom? Or his mom's sister?
His mom's sister.
I wish we had a word for that.
I wish we did too.
Aunt.
My aunts. Kill my aunts.
A Bug's Life.
All right. I gotta go.
All right.
Go home. Hoard your corn syrup. Get ready for the drought. Be ready.
Make sure you have enough bandwidth.
And you're goddamn right. This is a kissing movie.
Well, welcome to the Oasis.
Okay, you take away the makeup, the clothes, the way she wears her hair, the smell of her perfume, the cute little face she makes when she's tonguing my balls.
Mixed and edited by Desmond McNeese for We Mixed It, LLC. Go to whatsoundsawesome.com.
Cut that out. Never mind.